On Christmas Eve of 1973, 20-year-old college student Kevin Showalter and his girlfriend were driving through New London, Connecticut, when their vehicle got a flat tire. Kevin pulled over and was in the midst of changing the tire when he was struck by a passing vehicle and killed. Kevin's mom soon sensed that something was wrong when she went to retrieve her son's personal effects from the scene, but was told they had been lost and that his death would probably never be solved. Her subsequent investigation would uncover allegations of shoddy police work and a potential cover-up. Harvey Milove, a former mayor of New London, was considered a potential suspect because he had driven through that area at the time of Kevin's death, but provided testimony which contradicted eyewitness accounts of the accident. A one-man grand jury determined that Milove was most likely the suspect the police were after, but there was not enough evidence to file criminal charges. Milove maintained his innocence, and in 1971, a man named Paul Hansen came forward to confess that he was the one responsible for the hit and run. By that point, the statute of limitations had expired, so no charges could be filed against Hansen. Another grand jury was convened, but they determined there was no evidence to support Hansen's claim, so the inquiry was closed. The case remained cold until 2005, when Hansen committed suicide. He left behind a note once again claiming responsibility for Kevin's death. Police decided to reopen the case, but when the local media requested transcripts from the earlier investigations, they were denied. In fact, the 3,000-page transcript from the original grand jury investigation in Milove had mysteriously gone missing, and to this day, Kevin Showalter's death is still officially unsolved. 19-year-old Rhonda Hinson worked a clerical job at a steel company in Hickory, North Carolina. On the evening of December 22, 1981, Rhonda attended a company Christmas party and left with two of her friends. After dropping them off, Rhonda headed for her home in Valdez and wasn't far away when she became the victim of a bizarre homicide. A high-powered rifle was used to fire a shot at Rhonda's vehicle from an unknown location. The bullet managed to travel through the trunk and the driver's seat before striking Rhonda in the heart. Her vehicle was found by the side of the road with the driver's door open. Rhonda's body was lying several paces away. The circumstances of how or why she was murdered remain unclear. Rhonda had been acting strangely towards her parents in the preceding weeks. She dropped hints that she was concealing a terrible secret and made an unusual inquiry to her mother about the appropriateness of dating a married man. On the night of the murder, a motorist drove past Rhonda's car and saw an unidentified man standing next to the driver's side door, with Rhonda slumped over the steering wheel. The witness did not know that Rhonda was dead at the time, but he did see a Trans Am parked down the road a short distance away, which may have belonged to the man seen next to Rhonda's vehicle. This case makes you wonder if this man fired the fatal rifle shot from a distance. Why did he approach her car and drag Rhonda's body out onto the road? Was her death an accident or cold-blooded murder? And to this day, these questions remain unanswered. On Christmas Day of 1996, 32-year-old Patty Vaughn left her home in La Vernia, Texas, and never returned. Her van was found 25 kilometers away the following day. One of the tires was flat, and there were traces of blood in the van, as well as a red workman's jumpsuit. Right before her disappearance, Patty had allegedly gotten into an argument with her estranged husband, JR. That was the last confirmed sighting of her. The couple had 3 children, but had separated 2 months earlier. JR was jealous that Patty was dating another man and raised eyebrows when he filed for divorce the day after she went missing. Traces of blood were found in Patty's bedroom and on a mop inside her residence, indicating that someone had been cleaning the place. It was also apparent that the carpet in Paddy's van had recently been shampooed. DNA tests confirmed that all the bloodstains belonged to Paddy. The case took a bizarre turn 2 months later when Paddy's mother burst into JR's home and attacked him with a baseball bat. Nevertheless, there was no evidence to implicate him in Paddy's disappearance, and he took custody of their children and left the state. However, during the time Paddy went missing, JR was working construction on a school in the nearby town of Natalia. Authorities have not discounted the possibility that Paddy's remains might be encased in the concrete foundation and that various people were involved in the disposal of her body. Years later, DNA testing was performed on items found in Paddy's van. The DNA was determined to be female, but did not belong to Paddy Vaughan, adding further intrigue to this unsolved case. 38-year-old Lockhart, Texas resident Latricia White was spending Christmas of 1994 with her boyfriend Lee Dub Wackerhagen and his 9-year-old son Chance. Chance was supposed to be returned to his mom on Christmas Day, but called her to request a few more days with his father. On December the 27th, after not hearing from his daughter for a while, Latricia's father decided to visit her home. He was shocked to discover Latricia dead in her bed. She had been shot 6 times with a .22 caliber weapon. Dub and Chance Wackerhagen were nowhere to be found. Since Dub was known for having a violent temper and reportedly got into a heated argument with Latricia shortly before Christmas, he was a prime suspect in her murder. A warrant was issued for Dub Wackerhagen's arrest. However, there is still debate about whether Dub took Chance and went on the run as a fugitive, or if they were both victims themselves. 3 days later, Dub's pickup truck was found abandoned in a field 50 kilometers away. Many items were found inside, including Dub's wallet and checkbook. The most compelling piece of evidence was a heap of unopened Christmas presents in the back, some of which were covered with blood. Surprisingly, the blood did not match Latricia White, lending credence to the possibility that Dub and Chance fell victim to an unknown party who subsequently disposed of their bodies. Months later, Chance's maternal grandmom got an anonymous phone call from a young boy who said, "Help me." The call was cut off, but she thought the boy might have been Chance. No one knows if Dub and Chance were murdered that Christmas, or if they're still hiding out somewhere. What do you think?